This video is made for mature audiences. Parental discretion is strongly advised. Thank you.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and I hope everyone's found is well this new year. It's 2021. This is a different sort of game for me. It's not something I usually play. I don't usually play sandbox style games and survival games, with the exception of a couple that I've done previous promos for. However, today we're going to be exploring, and I apologize for the screen. I'll explain why the screen is black here in just a moment, since it kind of kicks itself up. But yeah, today we're going to be exploring a very different type of game, different in the sense that it's the first game I've played in a very long time that is based on a specific culture from the standpoint of people in said culture. Now, this game is in alpha. It's buggy and it's a little slow sometimes, such as what's going on right now. The black screen is normal. There we go. And I will be moving my picture over to the other side today because of the way the game plays. I want you guys to be able to see certain things. So yes, this game, as this disclaimer says, is the world of Badiya. Now, I've looked up the background behind this game because this particular developer, Semaphore Lab, is based in Saudi Arabia, and according to their own description of the game, it is based on their culture, the Bedouin culture, the Arabic culture, and the word Badiya actually means desert. Now, I do want to stress that there are words in Arabic in here. I'm going to have trouble pronouncing them. I have tried my best. I've actually had this game for a little while, and I've tried my best to try to learn how to pronounce it through like Google Translate or whatever. I have given up on that. So I hope that none of my pronunciations offend anybody. But, it's not my intention to do so. Me and my attempt to speak Arabic did not go over well with what I attempted to learn. So here we go. And this is the start screen. As you can hear, very culture appropriate music. I'm actually going to turn this up a little bit because some of the sound is actually kind of quiet in this game. Normally I don't turn it up in OBS that much because of the way OBS works. And I'm gonna be moving this over. I don't usually move my picture and stuff from this side to the other side, but I'm going to do that. So give me just a sec here, and we're going to do a little on-screen stuff. I love the snap. And do a little of this. We're gonna do a little of that. There we go. I'm gonna be on this side. There's a reason for it, and I'll show you once I get into the game. So yeah, so like I said again, Badiya is developed by Semaphore Lab out of Saudi Arabia. This is based on their culture, the culture of the Bedouin. It is set in World War I era Saudi Arabia. The setting of the game is based on that. And behind my picture, it just has, Semaphore and their copyright and all that stuff. The game is a sandbox and desert survival game, and their description of it is, set in World War I era times. Yeah, sandbox survival RPG set in World War I era desert lands. And Badiya challenges you to brave the sands and thrive in a time when old traditions face the onslaught of industrialization. So there's the plans for the game where you could explore, you could take part in the war, you could build a spice route, or you can just be a treasure hunter, whatever you wanted to be. Now, my early testing of the game, because I always test games prior to streaming them, my early testing of the game, there are a couple of bugs with the game because this is an alpha test game, as you can see in the title right up above where it says main menu there. It's in the alpha state. They are planning on continually updating it. As far as I could tell, the game is still in development. There's a bit of a hiatus, probably due to COVID. I don't know how it affects their particular situation. I know that in the United States, it kind of halted everything. So games got very thematic music from what I could tell. Like I know people who have made Central and Western Asian music, including Turkish, Arabic, and like North African music, and there is a lot of flavor from that in here. There is some degree of voices and things in the game. They do speak Arabic in here, so I have no idea what some of the things they're saying. However, most of everything here is in English, so you guys will be able to follow along just fine. A couple of things with the game is this game has the unique ability to change between a 12 and 24 hour clock, so 12 a.m. to 12 p.m. Pounds and kilograms, because obviously it's got metric and U.S. imperial. So I've got it on pound, Fahrenheit, and miles just because. Well, I live in the United States. I mean, it's just easier for me to understand. Like I understand metrics very well because I am a math nerd. So like I know it very well. Most of the games I play do work in metric, but I'm using the system I've grown up with. Game languages, you can change it. The HUD modes and everything, I've left all this stuff on. And the audio, obviously, I've got all the audio turned up so you guys can hear it. Graphics are the same as any other game. I left the field of view at 60. Now, normally with a game like this, I tend to turn the field of view up to, maximum. But for the sake of this game, I'm keeping it at 60 because it tends to run kind of funny. I'm actually going to turn this on to 60. My stuff is all in medium. I tried it on high. It didn't work very well for me. And the view distance, I kind of left the same. Yeah. Now there's also controls in the game. The problem is though, because one of the bugs in the game is that you set the controls don't remember. You have to reset them in game. So I'm not even going to worry about it. I'm just going to hit play. There's 3 different modes. Yeah, as you guys can see, I did one just like yesterday, it looks like. So there's 3 different modes in a new game. Exploration. It's just a straight out, you don't have to worry about your health or any other survival episode. You have to worry about your health, and you don't have to worry about hunger, thirst, the temperature, like the hot and cold, and just explore the world. And when you die, you don't lose anything. Survival is what I consider normal mode. It's you have to worry about your hunger, you have to worry about your thirst, you have to worry about your injuries, you have to worry about whether or not your equipment is going to be too hot or too cold. And if you die, there's a chest that appears where you die, and you have 24 hours to collect it, otherwise it disappears. And hardcore hardcore's permadeath, and pretty much that's it. If you goof up, you're done. So we're going to play it on survival, and once you set one of these, you cannot change it. So make very sure if you do get this game, guys, that you select the correct modes. And then you have the option here. It gives you different ethnicities. There's Arab, Asian, African, European. And because I'm Asian, I'm going to set it Asian. The customizations aren't a great deal of customizations for this game. There's a few different faces. There's about, I can't remember how many faces there were. There's actually a lot of faces. That they all have different eyes and ears and stuff like that. So there's 54 altogether. Let me go back and see if I can find something that kind of works for me. I was gonna pick one that I used earlier, but I've forgotten about it. So I gotta go back and find one that's gonna work for me for right now. That's close enough. Facial hair, there's like 8 different varieties of facial hair here. I'm going to go with this one. Skin tone, you can adjust it lighter or darker. But that's lighter, that's darker. I'm going to kind of keep it like right about... I'm going to keep it like right about there. Hey, Paladin, what's up, man? Did you talk to the totem again? And then, of course, your different eye colors. I'm going to keep it on brown just because, you know, your weight, you can adjust like how chunky you look or how thin you look. Mine's a little bit more of a chunky boy. He's got a little extra cushion there. And then your height here. My guy's a little on the taller side. And once you get your character set, hit start game, and off you go. Now, the way the game works is that it does spawn you in a random spot. As you can see here, these are the controls. Like I said, you can set them beforehand, but because of the way the game is, it forgets them all. So I'm gonna have to go in and redo all these keybinds, unfortunately. And so one of the bugs in the game, and hopefully something will work out. You are sure you set them in the right order, like the one at the volcano you set at the top, the one at the farm you set on the left, the one at Leo's jungle you set on the right, and the one on the dock you set on the bottom. And you made sure you got them from the birds. If you put them out of order, it's not going to work, or if you put the wrong ones on there. Because if you did it in the right order and you talk to it again, it just spits walnuts at you. So you might have put one in the wrong order and didn't realize it. You're just going to have to do it again. Unfortunately. You can't just put a stone on there that you have in your inventory. You have to get it from the bird, even though it's the same stone. It has to be it has to be the only one in your inventory specifically from the bird. Yeah. And all right, so once you, here you go, Talat Mogeb Bedouin camp. All right, so what happens in the game is that it randomly spawns you somewhere in the world. The world is generated, so it's a little bit different every time you start a new game. Like I said, I got to go in and set all my keybinds now. So give me just a quick moment here. Let's see. Aim is the mouse 2. This is mouse 1. I'm going to set this up mostly like battle royale style movement. So left shift, crouch, jump, spacebar, interact 1, interact 2, reload, holster. Holster I'm going to put on Q. Photo mode, P, inventory, tab, handbrake, space, lights, that's going to be H, and get off is going to be F, and that's it. Yeah, so once you reset your keybinds, unfortunately you have to do it every time you start a new game. I don't think if you start an existing game that it happens, but I haven't tried it yet. Yeah, sorry man, I'm in the middle of a promo too, so it's like I can't... If you had caught me a little bit beforehand, I could have probably seen what you did. But you do, after you set the fourth one, you do, but yeah. And you set them all while it was raining, right? Like right when you got them. I think that's the other thing you have to do. Sorry guys, one of my buddies is asking me something about Stardew Valley that... Well, I mean, each of the stones has to be set when you got it that day. So it has to be during the rain. So like when you do the final one, it's going to be raining anyway, so. But if you got the stone and didn't set it that day, it's not going to count. You have to set it, yeah. You set them on the day you got it, right? So yeah, I don't know. You just might have to redo it then. Just take them all off. Just sell them and then redo it and get the birds again. All right, so What? There's something's off. Did I screw something? Oh. Yeah, sometimes it forgets what button you put it on there. Like, see, like that one erased it. So, like I said, it's a little buggy in that part. All right, so once you get that, at the top there's a compass. I'm gonna turn off my header here just for a sec so y'all can see that. So right at the very top, you see like a compass, and you see like a bunch of question marks and things. And directly behind me is Talat Mogeb, which is the camp. So walk or run. At the top left there, you see the day, what time it is in game. So it's 10:50 in the morning. The temperature 86 degrees Fahrenheit, which, you know, when you play Celsius, it'll show Celsius, and the fact you have no money. In your inventory, you start off with just this basic clothing, which is a white thobe. And it says there heat resistance, cold resistance, and the condition. The condition is how effective the item is. So if you have something in poor condition, then it won't work. If you have something in good condition, you know, it'll work better. And the first camp, all the starting camps are all similar in the fact that when you get to them, they have all the same features. They have a couple of tents with a merchant. They have somebody usually with the quest. There's various rides. This one has a horse. Usually I'm in one that has camels. And then of course the people in here randomly speak. They will speak in, like I said, from what I understand, they do speak in Arabic. So like I say, again, I don't know what they're saying. I don't necessarily know if they are speaking actual Arabic or if it's just like an Arabic-ish gibberish that they made for the game. So I'm not gonna know for sure. Then dude's just playing an instrument here. I suppose like it's a sitar of some type, or I don't know what the weapons are. I don't know what the instruments are. You walk up to a trader, you don't get right on top of him. You kind of have to stand back a little bit, and it opens up the inventory. It says here, okay, you got a water pouch. You have some dried meat. You have some, pants, a rifle, some buckshot. You do need the money. He's got 23 money. You have 0 though, so you can't buy anything. And then dude here. Oh, what's this dude? Oh, he's a fast travel location. Okay, yeah. Some of these are fast travels. Like when you get to certain points of interest. In the start, there is a water jar here. So here you notice there's a health, a stamina, a thirst, a hunger, and a rest. So as you're moving about, it says here you lose 8 points of your rest for every 1.2 meters that you walk. You lose 1 hunger for every less than a meter, and you lose 1.5 thirst for about every half a meter. The temperature here, it shows you like if you're having a problem with the temperature or not, and then your overall heat and resist. So if you do get thirsty and you don't have access to much water, the best place to do is just go to your starting camp and just stand there and you're hydrated. Now food you have to buy, so you're gonna have to get outside and move around a little bit. And there's another trader right here, and he sells some Arabic bread. And then he sells this acacia ointment. Now this acacia ointment is one of the few things I've seen that you can actually heal yourself with. So, and then let's see, dude here is, this guy here is a quest. Transport 11 iron bar to Sakr bin Saif in Bayer Thebe village. Like I said, guys, I'm gonna have problems pronouncing this, so I apologize if anybody's like, what the hell is he saying? So we don't know where Barathy village is yet, so I'm not going to take that. And what's this dude? Oh, this guy's got a coffee. Apparently the coffee's free. I don't know what the coffee does. I guess he said. Alright, so let's see. Rest, depletion value. So I guess you burn faster, but you don't need the rest as often. Oh yeah, here's the camel. So yeah, you can jump on the back of a camel. You can put inventory on the camels. First thing we really want to do though is we want to get out and search the local wilderness. So we'll grab camel here. And camel does move kind of slow, but even when he's running. But the nice thing is, camel doesn't get tired very quickly. So what you need to do is go out into the desert, and you got to look for some supplies. The first thing you want to do is find some just wood and rock that are just laying down on the ground. Unfortunately, the only way to find that is to find stones and trees and hope that they have branches and random rocks laying around them. There's no like free look in the game, so you do have to kind of like swing around a lot. When you do find something, you'll see like a little marker, like that twig has a marker on it. That's a resource marker, so you just walk up to it. You have to look down at it, and then you grab the wood and keep going on your journey. Now, like I said, camel, you do have the ability to put some of your inventory on there, because you do, if you put too much inventory on you, you can't run anymore, and you consume a lot more of your energy, so you want to make sure you don't overload yourself. Now, there's question marks on the compass bar. I know you guys can't see it right now because I've covered up to my header, but there are question marks on the compass bar, and it gives you distances underneath. And we found a rock. Found a little rock. And it tells you roughly about where that distance is. Those are points of interest. So there's a crafting menu in here, and what we want to do is craft this rock axe first. So we have the one wood and the one rock. You can hit F to craft it, and then go into your inventory under tools, and then you can click on it, and then there's an option to equip it. So you want to equip it and then hit F to assign it, and it assigns it to your number 1 slot, so you can just type the number 1 slot whenever you need it. And then just point it at a rock or a tree and just smack it. I mean, it's very similar to, I've seen people play Rust and like 7 Days to Die and a few other games like that. So it's a little bit similar to that, where you have to farm your resources and they're not just for free. Like I said, what we want to do is we want to farm enough resources to make a few things for ourselves. And then the rest of it we're going to sell, because we have to buy food. Otherwise, we'll starve to death. Now at the bottom, which is why I moved my camera over, at the bottom you see the camel's health and stamina, and then my health and stamina. And then there's the hydration, the hunger, and the visibility, I guess, or your rest level, your fatigue level, and then your temperature. Now when the temperature is off to the right there, that means the temperature where you're at is very, very hot, and that you might be suffering like problems with the heat. And if it's the other way, you could freeze. All right, so let's see, where do we want to go? There was a question mark. Okay, so I'm going to go to this. There's a question mark here, so I'm going to go check this out. It says it's about a half a mile. So we're going to take our... Oh, I don't want to go any further. There's... you see those wild animals there? You don't want to go that way. I don't want to go there. So the terrain here is a little uneven. Yeah, I don't want to mess with them. We're going to go to this question mark. It says it's almost a mile away. We're going to trust our camel. Now then, when you first start out, like I said, everything is kind of slow. Like any survival game, you don't have any resources. You don't really have anything to your name. Oh, we can go this way. There's some stuff out here we can go grab. Now, remember, it is one giant desert, so I mean, you just gotta make sure you don't dehydrate or anything. Let's see, can I actually farm this? No. Well, wasted my energy for nothing there. Some stuff you can't get right away because you don't have the knowledge or the tools or the abilities to do that. So, stuff like that, we can't do anything with. And I do see some loose trees out here, so I'm going to go take a look at them. And I'm going to keep my eyes out for rocks. Because I need more, I want more rock too, but at least the wood, I can sell the wood for some money, which I do need. Now I'm fine right now, but like I said, when the hunger, when my hunger starts getting kind of high, okay, I think those are goats or something. Yeah, these shouldn't be dangerous. I avoided the other ones because they were like some type of like coyotes or something, so I didn't want to mess with those because I remember I got mauled by them before. Now there are other people, like there are bandit camps, there are like European soldiers and the like, so there are multiple dangerous things that you can run into and people that may not necessarily... Oh, there we go. And you see, this particular tree, when I hit it, I got plant fibers, which I can use to craft other things. Yeah, I don't want to mess with the animals because, one, I don't have a good enough tool to deal with them, and because you really want to build like a weapon. You can build bows and like small like wooden knives and stuff later, but right now I just want to focus on farming the resources I need. Oh, there's plenty of rocks up here, it looks like. So the temperature is cooling off a little bit because it's getting dark, so the temperature is dropping. So it's like 74 degrees now, which is much more bearable. I know from experience 74 actually feels pretty damn good. Except when it's at, late at night. And then it still feels, unbearable, but we are in a desert, so. Now, one of the first things that you want to do is build yourself what's called a lean-to, which is like a little temporary shelter. It's the only way for you to make a save point. And you can put it anywhere, but I tend to put it near my first Bedouin camp. Just that way there I have a place to respawn to if I die. And I just broke my you do break your tools after a while. As you can see, my tool's gone, so I'm gonna have to craft another one. And if you have the resources enough, you can craft more than one, but I only want the one right now. There we go. Let's go ahead and... Yeah, nighttime looks really gorgeous in this game. Like, day and night cycles are pretty realistic in this game. Obviously, they're sped up because it's a game. Alright. It's getting dark out, so we're actually going to turn around. And we're going to head back to our first camp. And it says I'm starting to get dehydrated a little bit. Yeah, our hydration is about half gone, so I definitely want to go back to Talat and just, take a drink. Like I said, eventually when I can carry my own water supplies, I won't have to go back so often. I'll be able to stay out in the wild longer and do more stuff. But yeah, right now we're kind of bound to being near our Bedouin camp here. Unfortunately, travel does take some time. I think the horses are faster. I might actually grab one and see if it is. But I believe that they also get tired faster and can get damaged more easily by the environment. So it's like a give or take. Camel's going to be more resilient, but it's slower. But I may take the horse since it's available and give it a shot. I don't remember if I used it in either one of my tests. I mean, so I like the day-night cycles in here. Like, it's not like super dark because the moon's out and the sky's pretty clear. I haven't seen a storm yet, but then again, I haven't played for more than a few game days just to get used to it. So it might be possible there's stuff I haven't seen yet. So yeah, we're gonna park our camel. I like the animation, even though it does take a little bit of time, but I think from what I remember, camels are kind of ornery anyway. So there's also a building thing here. So like here, wooden lean-to, it says I need 5 wood. I've got 25. So when I build it, it gives me this little green thing here, and I can pretty much build it wherever I want, as long as I can find a space for it. It's got to be green, so I'm gonna put the lean-to. Let's see, I'm gonna put the lean-to like right. I don't want to put it like too close, so I'm gonna put like right here. And then once you plant it, you hit right mouse to cancel it, and then you hold F, and then it'll construct your little lean-to. And then it has the option to sleep and save the game. I'm gonna go hit this water jug because I need water. And we're gonna go talk to one of the merchants and sell some of our stuff so I can actually buy food. Oh, dude's got lavender oil. That's new. All right, he's not the one I want to talk to. I want to talk to the guy on the other side of the camp. Yeah, here's the guy. So this guy's got dried meat. Now it says here that I can buy 3 of them, but I need to sell stuff first. So I'm gonna go to our resources, And oh, I've got an emerald. Value. Oh yeah, the value is 8.4, so it costs 8.4. Decimals carry over, so if I bought all three, it would cost me 25 instead of 24. So the emeralds, well, we're gonna sell the emerald. That gives me 10 coin. I'm gonna sell 10 of the wood. No, I'm only gonna sell like 5. I'm gonna sell 5 of the wood. I'm gonna sell 8 of the, like, a couple stone. Alright, so now I get 18 money and I can buy up to 2 of these. So I'm gonna buy 2. Or can I buy all 3? Okay, I bought 2. I've only got 2 money. Alright, so I've got enough to eat twice. What does this guy want? What quest do you have? Some bandits, drive off bandits, secure bandit camp. I can't make. I can make a weapon, but I really don't have the capacity to do it just yet. Now the hard part is remember when you stick your lean-to. Now you can make other things around your lean-to to kind of help you find it. So if you go back into your build menu, there's like, oh, I don't know, like this ground torch. So ground torch says 1 wood and 2 plant fiber. Build 1. Now I'm just going to stick it like right here. And whoop! Now I have a lovely little torch to mark my way, and if I want to, I can take a nap. So I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to just sleep for like 4 hours. And you look up in the sky, time moves, the sun and the moon will reset. You wake up, and then I'm going to hit save the game. That way there, now I know my game's saved in case anything bad happens to me. And let's see, our hunger. We're hungry because our hunger is down to 60, so we're actually going to take some of our food. Now I'm going to eat one. And there you go, now I feel a little bit better. I'm still a little tired, but yeah, let's grab a horse. So now we have horse. Yeah, see, much faster. Much faster, but he does burn out pretty quick in compared to the camel. As you can see, we can cover more ground this way. He doesn't have any saddlebags or anything on him, so we do have that whole issue that we can't put any inventory on him. But you don't want to push your horse too hard, so... What is that? It's like a giant stand of trees there. And also, too, I do want to, like, hit stuff as I get near it. Like, if I see trees or something, I am going to want to go hit those real quick. Now, as you find points of interest, the question marks will change to the name of it. So, like, if I go to the Bedouin camp, the Bedouin camp will tell me the name of the Bedouin camp at the top of the screen. So I always know that's the Bedouin camp I've been to. Let's get more plant fibers while we're at it. It generally takes about 8 hits to break the trees and the rocks, so unfortunately that means that your tools don't last too terrible long, but you don't need to farm too many of them. Like I say again, you have to worry about your weight limit. Oh, yeah, and you can end up just throwing punches if you don't have a weapon equipped. There we go. Now we have enough supplies to trade in for more money, and also we can, do other stuff. Let's see. I was going here. So we got about 1/3 of a mile left. Yeah, the coffee's starting to dehydrate me a little bit, it looks like. There's a rock there, I'm not going to worry about it. And you can set multiple lean-tos so you can like checkpoint yourself, so you can make as many or as few as you want. This looks like a well. Is this an oasis? I call it an oasis. And yeah, the game is stuttering because Yeah, like I said again, it's an alpha game, and as it generates new parts of the map, it kind of stutters while it's trying to catch up to you. Oh no, this is not. Oh, this is a. Oh, the game's frozen. That's normal, unfortunately. Oh, what do we got? DR Omron Bandit Hideout. Yeah, I don't want to be here. Yeah, let's not be here. I don't have any weapons yet, so that's why I don't want to be here. But it's a good idea to mark like some POIs as you go, so you want to have things so you can go back and look at it later. The early part of the game you do have to explore and kind of... Oh, what the hell? Oh, it's a rock, okay. Alright, so we got another POI coming up. Let's see what we got. Now you do, like I said, you can run into European style airship. That's a coyote or something. Now, what are we at? Okay, this is a well. Alright, so wells are good for a couple things. One, water, obviously. But two, you can also pick up clay. And clay is something that you need to craft later. So yeah, we can rehydrate at least. Oh, the game's stuttering right now. The game is stuttering a lot because it's generating new parts of the map as I go. And you can always check the map if you go into your inventory. There's a map here, and then you can see, like, I've explored this a little bit here. And let's go let's see, it's about another half mile. Oh, horse is doing okay. Oh, it looks like another camp. I hope it's friendly. Otherwise, I will have to turn back and go back to my the Bedouin camp, and I'll have to pick up some resources on my way back. I have to buy the rest of the food, and then potentially maybe buy some more clothes or something. And I can work on building my, weapons or whatever too. I can actually craft weapons. I have the resource for it. I just haven't done it yet. Our horse is getting a little winded. To get up to this tree here, I'm gonna chop it down and give the horse a chance to take a breath. Now you do have to kind of aim yourself the right way so you can actually hit the tree correctly or hit the rock correctly. Like you do have to walk up pretty close to it to do it. Oh, this is an acacia tree. So I picked up a couple of pieces of acacia. See, okay, horse is recovered now. Alright, let's go ahead. And the sun's starting to come up. You can see how it's gradually getting lighter now. The sun's starting to come up, and the map's kind of freaking out. And I'm starting to get tired too. Oh! What is this? Wadi Ibrahim. It doesn't look friendly either. I think we need to go back home. I think it's pronounced Ibrahim, but I am not entirely sure. Hey, so I'm going to do my best I can to pronounce stuff, guys, so like I said again, I apologize if I mispronounce something. Now, from what I understand, the red means it's hostile. So you definitely don't want to be there if it shows red. Okay, you see that there's a defect in the map right there? It's like the zone border, I guess, to something. I do have to get back and take a good long nap. Let's stop at the next tree here because the horse is getting kind of winded again, so I want to give him a chance to take a rest. Now you do run into like other traveling Bedouin in places, so oh, there's another tree with acacia in it. Cool. And let's see. Let me go ahead and actually let me see here. Let me make the axe first. I can make a fiber hat and fiber shoes. This will help me a little bit. What the clothes do, as you can see here, it says fiber shoes. This gives you a little bit more heat and cold resistance. So you put that on and improves your heat and cold resistance. Did I not make the hat? Apparently I didn't make the hat. And the same thing here, we'll put the hat on. And our appearance changes to match. So it's really cool there. And like I said, we'll finish chopping this tree down. So like I said, this helps our heat resistance a little bit so the temperature won't bother us nearly as bad. Alright, what's this over here? I see camels. I see quest markers, maybe. Oh, it's Ian Awad caravan. So it's a caravan. So not exactly a hostile place, but like I said, we also have a fast travel there too. They have a fast travel. So like I said, we can talk to dude here. So he's got Black Dobie 2. He's got a lion hide, he's got a pink gem, and he's got some glass. Nothing I really need. And he's got 112 money, so he's got some bucks on him. So we're gonna trade in this emerald, and we're gonna trade in a little bit of our wood. And a couple of our stone. And we have 33 money now. Let's see, what does dude up here have? Well, he's got a rifle on him. Transport 13 cloth to Bakir bin Mesfer and the village. Everybody wants me to go to this village. Check out the camels, all kind of lounging around. Herbologist, he wants you to gather 5 acacia. I have a couple of acacia. Acacia would be bashing the trees, but I am getting kind of weak and tired, and so I want to head back to camp anyway because I want to buy the other bit of food that they have at the camp, and I'll come back here. As far as I know, the caravans don't move in this game, so yeah, I gotta go pretty much straight. So up our little sand dune mountain hill, whatever you want to call it. You're gonna Enas the horse because Enas works in every game. And we're just gonna kind of go northeast. There we go. See, there's oh, that's the village. So where's our camp? Oh, so the village is halfway between our... Okay, cool. So we're actually going to run right through the village on our way back to camp, so maybe we can use the village to put up another lean-to and rest up. Are these coyotes? Or hyenas or something? Whatever they are, I'm going to outrun them. I want nothing to do with them. I traveled pretty good. I traveled like a couple of miles already, so... I know it seems like mostly it's just like it's mostly empty. You guys got to remember it's a desert, so I mean, there's not a whole lot of stuff in the desert. Now, my experience with any type of Arabic culture is really limited. Like, we had in my Dungeons and Dragons campaigns, we did do like a limited like Arabic style, desert style tribe in it, but we never really explored it that much. The little bit of material we had was all pre-generated for us by the company who created it, so we never really delved deep into it to really learn a whole lot about it. We just used the basic historical guidelines they gave us and stuff like that. So this is pretty cool playing this game. Like I said, I a hell of a time pronouncing these names. Like I'm sure it's not pronounced like that, but this village, I would call it Bear Thebe. But I'm pretty sure they don't pronounce it like that. And there's like another. Oh, there's a. Did I pass by the? Oh, it's not here. Is it there? Huh. It says the village was over here, but I lost it. Oh, there's another. There's another like little camp over here. It looks friendly. This is not the same one we were at, I don't think. It says what? Abba al-Sheikh? Oh, this is ours. Okay, so where's the city? Where's the village at then? This is ours. Okay. I don't remember. Okay, so where's the village? Okay, so the village... Let's see, that's weird. It says Abba al-Sheikh, but this says Talat Mogeb. A bug? Maybe? Maybe there's a bit of a bug in the game right there. Well, the game completely locked up on me. And we're getting really, really tired, so we're gonna have to sleep. Now, oh, where's the... I'm gonna buy these acacia ointments because I need them. I'm gonna buy the Arabic bread. And I'm gonna buy his jerky. I don't have enough money to buy all three of them. Yeah, for some reason I couldn't buy all three of them, but I could buy the two of those. Alright. According to this, I'm at the same camp, but it had a different name. But this is certainly my lean-to. Okay, well. Alright, so what we're gonna do now, like I said, I'm gonna I gotta take a good healthy quaff of liquid, but let me eat consumables. Let's see, this says hunger 25, hunger 50. We'll eat some of that. How much is my hunger? Okay, my hunger is good. I just got a drink. Alright. We're properly hydrated again, and then we're just gonna take a nap in our lean-to. I need to sleep for... I'm gonna sleep for a solid 8 hours. In the hot sun. I guess our lean-to protects us from cooking ourselves. And we're gonna save our game just in case. Alright, so how are we doing? It says our rest is only at 46. It says we're still tired. Do I have to sleep again? Alright, fine. I'll sleep for another 12 hours then. I must have exhausted myself and I didn't know it. Okay, apparently I needed a lot of sleep. Holy cow. Alright. So after sleeping for almost an entire day, I'm mostly not exhausted anymore. All right, what did you want me to do again? Oh yeah, by the way, if you stand behind somebody, you can do a takedown. You don't want to do that. Hell, Kencho, what's up? A trapper, gather hard leather. I can't do that. I don't know how. What does this guy want? Drive off the Justin Jake oil field. Okay, yeah, so. Yeah, that's a European style name, guys. Justin Jake. What do you want? We need ore. I don't know how to get that. You know what? I'm not going to worry about any of that. Let's grab the horse. Let's grab ourselves a horse. Alright, so like I said, according to this, we're at Talat Mogab. I guess I'll go east more. So we'll go east. We'll go east and see what we can find. Like I said, so far with the game, I like the theme of the game because it's not something I'm used to. Yeah, Kenjo, it is. This is Badiya. It's basically survival in a desert. It was written by. It was created by a development company from Saudi Arabia. It's based on their culture, the Bedouin culture. So it's like World War I era desert culture. Sort of like right before they got industrialized. It's an alpha game, and as you can see, it just kind of bugged out on me. Actually, completely locked up on me. It might be total locked up. I'm gonna see if it doesn't catch up. Yeah, the game locked up on me. I think it. Come on, game. And it's unfortunate because, like I said, because it's an alpha game, it's unfinished. There's bound to have bugs. Apparently, I went too fast, and the game couldn't keep up with me. Like on my screen is completely washed out. So, sorry guys. Let me go ahead and reload the game, and see if maybe I can pick up where I left off. I don't want to try to play it for until. Like, I want to try to play it for about another half an hour. And we can go check to see if my keybind's saved in the save file, if I have to redo them all over again. Yeah, so far I like the game. I'm actually going to craft the bow and arrow so I can at least show you guys that, because that does work. I actually played where the last game I had, I actually started right next to a freaking a military airfield. That was interesting because I went up there with the bow and arrow, and I'm fighting two soldiers with automatic rifles. It didn't go too well. I died very, very quickly. Because I didn't even have a rifle of my own. It was just a bow and arrow, and unfortunately I didn't have enough arrows and I couldn't craft any because they chased me down. Alright, continue. Wait a minute. Did it not save the game I was on? No, it did. And it looks like it didn't save my keybinds. So, I may be redoing those. Now, the important thing is, since I saved at the lean-to, is it going to spawn me there, or is it going to, like, spontaneously put me somewhere else? So the big gripe I have with the game is there's not a whole lot of direction on like the crafting. I think I've seen people play Rust, and Rust really doesn't tell you, but I don't know if this is because I've never seen someone play a tutorial if a tutorial doesn't exist. 7 Days to Die was kind of like that. I didn't. If I hadn't been playing with somebody, I probably wouldn't have known what the hell to do. So, all right. Oh, huh? This is my other save file. So the save file I created didn't save at all. It didn't remember my last game. Okay, guys, well, you get to see the file that I thought didn't exist anymore. So this is my file that I was playing with before my stream. So as you can see, I've got arrows, I've got a wooden knife, I've got some clothes. I killed a soldier and got his stuff, so you know there's a little bit different heat resistance and stuff, and the condition is pretty horrible because I shot him to death. I've got a little bit of dried meat. I got a couple of compasses, which apparently I don't know if they do anything. Wooden knife that I created. Some of the other resources I had, and I don't have any animals. So, all right, where am I? Okay, so oh yeah, I forgot. I gotta redo all my. Okay, so yeah, it does not save your keybinds, unfortunately. So I'm gonna have to do that again. I apologize, guys. Like I said, that's probably my biggest gripe of the game. Is it doesn't remember your keybinds. Doesn't remember your keybinds at all, so you end up having to do this like every time you play the game, which for some people might be a game breaker. Some of the keybinds I actually remembered it looked like, it just didn't remember all of them. So, like I said, this might be a game breaker to some of you, and I can completely understand if it is. All right, there we go. So it says Abba Awad is up here. Yeah. So yeah, in the game that I played before the one I started that ended up getting deleted for some reason. So this is the game I was in. So like I said, as you can see, I look like a soldier. And I started in a completely different camp. This camp only had the single camel in it. Oh, it has a horse now. I have Scott Collin Airfield that's out in the distance there, which is, you know, English. I look pretty fun, don't I? I did die at the. Oh, there's a coffee dude here. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right too. I sold them to Thompson. Oh, what? I thought I bought your dates. Give me your dates, you fool. I want your food. Huh. Alright, so I gotta go back to the, I have to go back to their, I don't have any resources, I don't know. I don't have any of my resources anymore because I died. Well, I'm gonna go back to the airfield and see if maybe I can sneak in and grab my stuff. Airfield's only like half a mile. On a horse, it shouldn't take that long. And I can walk up to these guys and stab them with my wooden knife, which is basically looks like a wooden stake. So I'm gonna have to fight them like they're vampires. I mean, I have arrows for a bow that I lost. I don't even know if my death box is there because it says 24 hours, and it's probably been more than 24 hours since I played it. And I don't know if it's like game time or real time. Okay, horsey, don't die. So there's the airfield, guys. You can probably start seeing it. in the distance here. So yeah, it's a literal like World War I airfield. Bunch of Europeans have made a base in the desert, and they're hostile to the Bedouin, and they will attack you on sight. I found out the hard way. Now that I'm dressed like them, I might be able to get away with it. But I don't remember where I died. And more importantly, are the guards still around? Okay, we're gonna take out my little knife. Like I said, I don't know what's gonna happen here. Whoa, the game's locking up like crazy. Dude, I thought those were guys for a second. Oh, there's some tools here. What do we got? A wrench. Another wrench. M1917, okay. Does this thing have any bullets in it? Nope, I don't have any bullets. So, doesn't do me a whole lot of good. Okay, I don't know what that is. It's just floating there. It's weird, the whole place is empty now. One of the many weird glitchy things in the game. Oh, it's the telephone pole. Which isn't rendering all the way. Gas cans? Oh, there's a soldier right there. Well, he hasn't reacted to me, so... A little bit of espionage right now. I'm like dressed as one of them. I'm gonna do like a hitman type thing. I don't know how well that works. Oh, we got another rifle. MP18. Another wrench. Says there's a car there. Ooh. A random tire, okay. Oh, what's this? Is it? Oh, I can loot. 303 caliber ammo. Isn't this gun that I'm using a 303? Yep. Hey, look, I got one bullet. I just gotta. Oh, there's a dude right there. One tap to the cerebellum. Well, he apparently doesn't have a problem with me. No, there's two guys. I don't know if I want to do this. I'm just going to casually back off here for a moment. Oh. And of course he had an automatic weapon, so same thing happened to me last time. Well, I said I was going to play this a little bit longer, guys, but you know what? I think this is a good place to stop. We'll talk. We'll talk about the game here. Let's go ahead and. I plan on playing it a little bit longer, but you know, it's actually like 7 o'clock, so it's like 15 minutes off. All right, so my thoughts about the game. It's a buggy mess. It is early access, though. It's very much an alpha. I do like the environment. Like you said, it's different because it's about another culture. It's not anything that's like fantasy based or something that, you know, semi familiar, like pop culture or anything like that. This is actually like, you know, based. This is created by, you know, a Saudi Arabia company using references from their own, you know, history and background. So I'm not fully familiar with it. Don't get me wrong. Just because I'm saying I know the knowledge of it doesn't mean I know anything about it. I do like the day-night cycle. I like the camel and the horse so far. There's only 2 things I've really been able to mess with. The crafting isn't like impossible to figure out if you've played a game like this before. Like you can probably figure out the crafting pretty well. The moving around is okay. Like the foraging for the, you know, collecting resources and things takes a little getting used to. As you can see, combat can be pretty brutal if you don't have the right weapon. Like I said, the loading problems, like when you're crossing zones and when you're moving out, when the map is sort of like marking itself, you saw it stuttered real bad, it froze, and then completely locked up to one. Apparently, it didn't remember my game because the game crashed, so that way there, I guess the save file never wrote itself, so it picked up my old file, so there is a problem there. The keybind's not working. That's a problem. Like I said, it's easy to overcome just by going in and redoing it. But like I said, I know some people may not want to have to redo their keybinds every single time to play the game. Now, some of the other stuff, there's like community things here, like a map editor and a photo gallery. Unfortunately, there's nothing in here. The dev blog and a roadmap, they've never put that into the game either. So I don't know what's going on with that stuff there. How to play, you know, like I said, the keybind. Like I said, the keybind's reset again, so... credits, you know, basic credits is the name of everybody who's worked on the game. If you want to take a look at that. I mean, for early access for an alpha game, like I said, it's not bad. Like the basic functionality of the game works. I don't know how big the game is. It's supposed to be the type of map that keeps generating itself the more you go out, so eventually the map gets bigger and bigger and bigger. I'm assuming that, and I'm only making an assumption based on what the background of the game is. I'm assuming it's going to be like the size of, like, you know, like the Sahara Desert or something like that, maybe. Like it'll be like a big map, but it starts off really, really small. And let's go ahead and pull up the store page here, and we'll. So on the. I gotta wait for Steam, guys, sorry. So yeah, on the Steam page right now, it's looking at $19.99. If you're into survival games, like $19.99 to be in the game early on to help them with feedback. They take feedback on their Instagram page and on their Facebook page, as well as their Twitter. However, when I've gone to look back at it, most of it is written in Arabic, so I don't know. I know they respond to tweets and things in other languages. I went back and looked, but the message I sent to them asking them about the game, about the status of development, I don't know what the status of development is because of COVID and anything, so I don't know where they're at. It's the type of thing that's up to you, but early access is always a tough sell to some people. Some people don't mind it because they want to be part of the, you know, the building process of the game. Some people don't want to play an unfinished game. This very much is an unfinished game. Now there is supposedly full controller support in the game. I haven't tried a controller yet, but there is that. The interface also is in Arabic, obviously. So I mean, you do have the option of playing in Arabic if you choose. I say, what I see, I like. Now, the game originally released in its first form back in November of 2016. So it has been worked on since then. Like I said, if the time frame to you, because you're looking at like what 4 years now, and I don't know where they are in the development, so that'll be type up to you. Would I recommend a game? That's kind of tough for me too, because on the one hand I would recommend it because it's something completely different to me, where I feel like, you know, it's exploring another culture, and I kind of like that idea. But it being like a really unfinished, unpolished, and kind of a buggy mess of a game, it's like, my recommendation would be, if you're the type of player who can deal with that and who wants to support a developer, who wants to help contribute to the continual production of the game, and who is patient enough to get through that stuff, then by all means, you know, this is the game for you. If you're like looking for something that's a little bit more of a finished product, then this is definitely not the game for you, because this is by far and away not a finished product at all. So to everybody here on Twitch, hang out a little bit as always. We'll have something else going. Everybody else on YouTube and Facebook, remember guys, after you watch the video, if you made it this far, I appreciate you and I thank you very, very much. Make sure to like it, share it, leave me a comment in the comment section below. I do answer my comments. And yeah, and be sure to subscribe to the channel. This way here you can be notified next time I put up another video. I will post this hopefully in a couple of days from when I've done the stream, so this will be relatively fresh for everybody. In case you do miss the broadcast, you'll be able to go back, or if you guys want to go back and take a look at it, and if the developer wants to go back and take a look at it, you know, they'll be able to get my thoughts on it. So thank you as always guys, it's been a pleasure, and we'll see you next time.